Happy is the people whose God is Jehovah. We want you to be happy with us. And if you continue to work along with God's organization, keep studying the Bible, you will experience true happiness along with some 9 million worshipers of God globally. And why will you be happy? Why? Because we worship what we know.
Welcome to Unplugged Witness. Mr. Noumair, in 31 seconds, you made two profound claims that form the entire basis of your organization's identity. First, a formula for happiness exclusive to those who work along with God's organization. Second, and more importantly, a calculation of faith. Let's be precise. You didn't claim there are 9 million Jehovah's Witnesses. You claimed there are some 9 million worshipers of God globally. It is a breathtaking claim that 99.9% of the human race, including all other Christians, do not actually worship God. Is this exclusive claim biblical? Or is it the cornerstone of a man-made system of control? Let's examine the evidence. On their official website, the organization provides a public answer to a very direct question. Do Jehovah's Witnesses feel that they are the only people who will be saved? Their answer is no, an unequivocal denial. So let's take that answer at face value. If no, it means other devout Christians, Catholics, Baptists, Methodists, and many others are also on a valid path to salvation. But of course, that is not what the text says. The no is followed by a critical qualification. Additionally, many now living may yet begin to serve God, and they too will gain salvation. Begin to serve God? One would think the billions of practicing Christians worldwide already consider themselves to be serving God. Oh, sorry. My apologies to the governing body. I see now what you really mean. When the text says begin to serve God, it does not mean those who already believe in the God of the Bible. What you really mean is may yet begin to become one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Sorry for the mistake, dear governing body. And there is the glitch. The word no is not an answer. It is a work of linguistic misdirection designed to conceal the very doctrine their convention speakers so proudly proclaimed. So how does the system justify this exclusive claim to its own members? We find the answer in their book, Enjoy Life Forever, an interactive Bible course. Lesson 19 asks this question: are Jehovah's Witnesses real Christians? The qualifier, real, is the key exhibit. This is the assembly line of your logic. Jehovah's Witnesses, you are taught that by creating a category of real Christians, all others become, by definition, false or counterfeit. You are indoctrinated to believe that you are now the only authentic way to worship. It systematically strips the legitimacy from all other forms of Christianity. We've seen the public denial and the internal indoctrination. But how does the system enforce this claim? What happens when one of these real worshipers decides to leave? The human cost of this policy, disassociation, was detailed in a previous brief by my associate Treya. If you have not yet watched that video, please do so. In their Organized to Do Jehovah's Will book, Chapter 14, the theme, Maintaining the Peace and Cleanness of the Congregation, under the subheading, Disassociation, it reads, "The term disassociation applies to the action taken by a person who is a baptized witness, but, quote, deliberately repudiates his Christian standing by stating that he no longer wants to be recognized as or known as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh man, really? Let's be precise. The rule states that the simple act of resigning from a man-made organization is defined as the repudiation of your Christian standing itself. This raises a fundamental jurisdictional question. According to the Bible, a person's standing with Christ is a spiritual matter. This rule, however, transfers jurisdiction. It inserts the organization as the title holder to your faith. So my question for the governing body is this: by what authority do you declare a person's faith null and void based solely on their desire to no longer associate with your earthly corporation? By what divine writ do you place yourselves between a believer and their Christ? This isn't biblical authority. This is a firewall built to contain members by framing departure not as a choice, but as an act of spiritual suicide. It is the final, brutal proof that their public no was a necessary deception.
The case against the system rests on this evidence. An audacious claim of being God's sole worshippers, a claim they immediately and deceptively deny to the public. An indoctrination that redefines worship into an exclusive brand. And an internal law that claims the authority to sever a person's standing with Christ. Are these the fingerprints of God, or are they the fingerprints of men? The evidence trail is complete. The verdict is yours. To deliberate, you must ask questions the system cannot compute. To every Jehovah's Witness, here is a test for you. Go to your elders and present them with this simple, direct, and personal scenario. Do not ask about a hypothetical person. Use the word I. Say this to them verbatim. I want to be clear. I believe with all my heart in Jehovah God and in Jesus Christ as my Savior. My faith in them is absolute. However, if I, for any personal reasons of conscience, no longer wish to be identified as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I choose to disassociate, my question for you is simple. According to the rules of this organization, will you still consider me a Christian? If they answer no, they are telling you the truth of their doctrine. They are admitting to your face that your personal faith in Jesus Christ is irrelevant. They will be confirming that in their system, membership in their organization is the sole and absolute determinant of your Christian identity. This answer is the final proof of the man-made rule for control. But if they try to be reassuring and answer, yes, of course we still see you as a Christian, they have immediately contradicted their own published authoritative rule, the one stating that you have repudiated your Christian standing. If you're starting to see the glitches, please hit that subscribe button. For everyone who already unplugged from their system, what was the first glitch you personally encountered? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for joining me, and please keep Jesus' words in mind. John chapter 8, verse 32. Jesus says, "The truth will set you free." Awaken, question, and discover. Until next time, goodbye.